Greetings and salutations, everyone's. Good afternoon. It is 4 o'clock, and we are getting into our next session, our next guest. This person, I'm extremely excited to welcome to my class because she's an amazing talent. She's a dynamic ball of energy. And just all around good peoples. I could absolutely go down the litany of guest appearances, starring roles, leading roles in different TV shows, Law and Order and Sons of Anarchy and Grey's Anatomy. And we can just do it. We could talk about all the films that she's been in, but anyone tuning in here today, all the people who are tuning in on YouTube, y'all know who this woman is. Sidra. I mean, iconic Sidra from Law. I'm gonna say Law and Order. From Love and Basketball, my dear friend Erika Ringor. Hey, Erika.
Hey. Thank you. You know what? Don't start with me today. We're gonna have to get through this, okay? We got a lot of time. So, what's up, everybody? So I have a question.
What's up?
Can people turn their cameras on?
They can. Well, the opening, so we have a format. The opening segment is going to be just the two of us introducing you, kind of setting you up. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to take time to do your lecture, your guest lecture. Just drop the knowledge that you want to share with us today. Okay. And then we open it up to all mics, all cameras, and folks engage. Now, okay, during your lecture section, if you want it to be more interactive, because we've had that as well. If you want everyone to just kind of, do it in an open forum, absolutely. However you want to frame that and execute that. I think for like the first 5-10 minutes, I just like to kind of have the audience focus in on you. So I'll set it up so it's just you. And, just basically introducing yourself and just kind of aligning all of us and how you're doing during this pandemic. So.
Okay, perfect. Got it. No, I get it. Cause I go off face energy because I do a lot of Zoom calls with my team. So, but I understand what you're saying actually, and I might try that. That's actually cool. So first,
trust me, they're chomping at the bit. The waiting room is now starting to gas up, where folks are ready to come in and hang out with you and talk with you. And so we're gonna open that up here in a second. Okay. Eric, thank you so much for being a part of this. As you well know, Planet Earth is on the sick and shut in list. Mm-hmm. And that has affected us in terms of our classes, not only at Prairie View A&M University, but all over the place. And so by putting the series together, my mission has been to give our students an opportunity to meet and talk with industry leaders and influencers and people who can share with them things that they've learned along the way, best practices in the industry. And just give them a sense of, one, they're not alone in this pandemic, this construct that we're enduring together right now, but then also they can continue to grow and learn that class, despite us not being on campus and in the classroom, there's an opportunity still for us to learn. And I'm just appreciative for you because you've given us your time today. And we're going to have a good time. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So let me ground myself. So first, I want to thank everybody who's here, who showed up. Just clap it up. I can't see you, but I feel like you clapping it up. So clap it up for yourself. My name is Erika Ringor out of Los Angeles. And do I call you Professor T? What should I call you? I mean, can I call you?
You can call me Teresa, Professor TDV, whichever, know.
I call her T, like T, I'm gonna call it. So T and I go back. So I appreciate you guys allowing me to come on and share. And it goes with what I do as an actor. Like, this is part of my payment that I can actually come back and talk to people how I wish someone had spoke to me. So I just need permission to be really 100 with you guys. And even though my mom is on, I'm still gonna keep it 100 because she knows me. And she's a huge part of
Mama.
She's a huge part of my success. And that's why I wanted her on here as well. So right now in this pandemic, if I'm just gonna go right into it, y'all. Right now, this is the opportunity for you to get better as a person, period. And I'm saying that I'm talking about, and I'm just telling you from what I do and from my experience. So right now, this is what I'm doing is I've bought my first 25 shares because I said I wanted to invest in the stock. So I did some research and now I own shares in a couple of companies, really big companies. I've been doing just a lot of personal development audios, watching videos about how to build my business, how to work on my energy. There is just an all around investing in myself right now because all we have is time. So I watch TV. I have my little Netflix show, but that's not my priority. Like that happens at the end of my day when all my work is done and, you know, when it's time to relax. And it just depends on where you're trying to be and where you're trying to go. So for me, Erika, I want to be a billionaire. I said it. I said what I said with a B. My mom loves it. Billionaire. So what I know about, one thing I know about billionaires is that they need multiple streams of income. That's what I know about a billionaire. So right now I'm figuring out for me how I can create several streams of income. So everything else is just relaxed, because for me personally, when finances and everything is in shape, my creativity is out of this world when you're not stressing about certain things. So you guys are in school, you're in class, you have a focus right now, but also part of that is taking care of yourself. So I'm really going to focus on not necessarily, I'll tell you guys some things about the business because there are things that like I said, I wish I had known, but I'm going to give you all a bigger picture of that you're more than just like a journalist, or you're more than just a director or a writer or an actor or a producer, if that makes sense. So, so my intention with this call is for you guys to walk away, number one, feeling inspired and motivated, especially in this time when everyone is scared and uncertain, and it's easy to fall into that fear. I'm my high God every day. I talk to him first. That's the first person I talk to. I keep my spirits high and I do my meditation and my prayer the first 2 hours of the day. I don't talk to anybody. That I talk to God, and it's me, and we get my day together and what's going to happen for the day. That's the most important thing for me. So I want you guys, I'm going to give you a few nuggets, and I'm going to give you a few like people that I listen to, and I want you to write them down. It's a buffet. Take what you want and use it. And, I hope you guys get something from this. I hope you all get some type of value from what I'm going to share with you. So that's what I've been doing in this pandemic. I just came from working out. I had to find a place where I was social distance. I'm following the rules. I found a little hidden staircase where I can run some stairs, do some push-ups, and nobody's there. So that's like, I've been doing that, but I have kept my routine. And right now, the beauty is that I was already working from home. So there hasn't been a lot that has changed as far as me being home, except me being able to go to the gym or, doing social other gatherings. But most of the time I'm home in my flow. So right now, you guys need to find your flow. So waking up, eating your breakfast, working out, whatever you do, and it's your DMO, it's your daily method of operation. Like right now, your DMO is super important because you have to keep your focus. You're still in school, you still need to get your grades, you still need to do your projects, whatever you are doing. And that comes with the focus. And that's honestly, that's what's going to separate you from everyone else when this is over, because you're doing the work right now, regardless of the circumstances. If that makes sense.
You said a thing just now, when this is over, taking this time to kind of prepare yourself or arm yourself with what's going to be next, right? Talk a little bit more about what some of the prep work they could be doing in in this time, so that when this is over, they can jump out there, writing hard?
Well, and I heard a lot of different careers. So right now, on top of, whatever you have for class to do, like what extra work can you do to get yourself better at whatever craft that you have right now? Like, can you buy a workshop that you can watch online, or can you join a program? Or there's millions of videos on YouTube, y'all, that are free. And if you just type in, I'm a journalist and I'm stuck, what do I do? You'll get 50,000, you'll get 500 videos that can give you some good advice if you're a journalist in what to do. So I'm just using that as an example because I believe Ronald was the journalist. So again, just like learning your craft. You'd be amazed of how many actors are in Los Angeles and none of them have been in a class, a scene study. And I'm like, well, wait, hold up, wait. Hey, you're an actor? Okay, cool, you got headshots, but have you been in class? Do you know how to break down a scene? Do you know how to break down characters? Just the fundamentals of being an actor. So if you are writer, producer, director, I can't say this with any more oomph. Know your craft. Seriously, like, again, a doctor can't just be like, oh, I'm a doctor. I didn't go to school. I dropped out in 9th grade, but I'm a doctor. So let me come in this operating room. Nope, doesn't work that way. It's the same thing. You got to take your craft that serious. And that's literally what separates certain people.
Y'all, this is a woman that definitely lives by that. Study your craft, take it seriously, do the work. I met Erika in 1990.
Hey, 2004.
And we were both at Cal State Long Beach, and fiercely competitive, not only on the basketball court, but in acting opportunities, auditions. I directed her in a play when we were in school, and I later directed her in a film. And she's always working. She's always studying. I know when we shot the short film Stuck in LA, Erika there was like there's a series of things that she was coming from. Like, she was always coming from someplace. She was either coming from class, or coming from some other set, or coming from a workshop, or coming from something. And if it tells you anything about her work ethic and about her attention to her craft, it is she's always working to be better. And this is someone who's constantly working. I could look up at any time, just, randomly watching something on Amazon Prime or Netflix or something, and there she is. And when I say constantly working at your craft, you're always looking for ways to learn and grow and be better. I'll share some of the old school stuff at the end of the session. I don't want to throw you off too much. I found some old pictures and
oh Lord, see,
and whatnot. I might finish the session with those.
I ain't scared.
But Erika's in her flow right now. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic now and have you go forward with your lecture, because you're already hot. Like, you're already on fire with, the gems and stuff. And I don't want to stop the momentum by going down memory lane, blah, blah, blah. So let's do that now. And then let's do the Q&A, and then we'll finish with the good time, laughs, kikis. All right.
How much time do I have so I can respect the time?
You know what, if you did like 15 minutes seems like it's good. And if you feel like you're on a roll, I'll let you go.
Okay, got it. Okay,
right,
thank you. Okay, so because I can ramble, y'all. I can go veer left, so I gotta keep it. That's why I got my little notes here. I gotta prepared you all. So I'm gonna start with the question that I get asked the most. Besides, are you that girl from Love and Basketball? Which I'm going to get a shirt that literally says, yes, comma, I am the girl from Love and Basketball. True blessing in my life. I can't even explain that role was meant for me. How it happened, like the way it happened, the way it just it literally fell in my lap. It's like, I can't really explain it. I just know it was all God, because it has opened up so many doors and so many opportunities for me still until this day. So next Thursday, April 21st, is the 20-year anniversary for Love and Basketball. We opened in theaters April 21st, 2000. So I didn't even realize it. I'm actually doing an interview with a guy who's, doing like a piece on it, but I was like, yo, 20 years. And I could still go to the grocery store right now and someone stop me and go, oh my God, you were my favorite movie. It's still like it kind of blows my mind still. And then what really started blowing my mind is when I had a mask on and someone still recognized me. And it was crazy. I was like, yo, wow. Like seriously, with my mask on. And, I'm like, he was like, your voice. I was like, he was like, were you in a movie? I was like, yeah. He goes, can you take your mask down? He was like, oh my God. So for me, I was like, okay, yeah. So it has impacted people, and I'm really grateful. And I can't really put into words what it's done for me, other than for me to pour back into you guys. You know what I'm saying? So the advice that I wish someone had given me when I first started, and when I mean that, I mean like not more professional advice, but like just, how do I say it? Like it was more working on me, like being, like I said, you guys, I have to be more than an actor. I'm just going to keep it on me. I want to be more than an actor. And a casting director said this to me. And we were just kind of, talking after an audition. And she was like, I get a lot of actors in here, that don't really, like, I won't say offer anything else, but what else do you bring to the table? Or are you just an actor? Or are you just a writer? Who else are you? Like it has to be bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Like as an actor, what I do it because I want to impact people with what I do. But outside of, doing film and TV, I'm also a wellness coach with Herbalife. And I've been doing that for 8 years. I get people healthy for a living. It's something that I do full time around my career. And it just kind of fits in everything from entrepreneurial mindset. Like everything I do right now, it just fits with my lifestyle. But on top of being an actor, health coach, I love motivational speaking. I like doing things like this. I like giving back. Wednesdays when I'm not working, I'm downtown feeding the homeless. Like it's just little things like that. Like what you're doing has to be bigger than you. And when it's bigger than you and your purpose in whatever is bigger than you, then you'd be amazed at how things just flow into your life. And I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to just keep it like right here. Does that make sense? And T, I can see your head. So you're shaking your head. And I'm looking at my notes. I apologize, guys. Okay, learning. And we kind of touched on some things. So I guess what I can do, T, if you have a question, because I kind of touched on it. But I really like, if they have questions, that's what I want to answer.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Hey guys, go ahead and open your mics and open your cameras. And I love this. We had another lecturer who just wanted to do more of a roundtable discussion texture to her lecture. So this is perfect. Guys, open your mics, open your cameras. Let's talk to Erika and ask your questions, and let's roundtable it.
I'm gonna see who's be the first person to take their camera off. Okay, Tyler. Okay, let's see.
Sorry, you didn't give me much time to think of a question.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Zay?
What's up, T?
Yeah.
Hey, TDV, how you doing?
Hey, say hey. Hi, Journey. Hey, Tyler.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a real big fan of yours because I watched that movie a lot. And so my first question is, should I focus on school or school and a job? And I say school and a job because I don't like asking for money, and I want to just do my own thing and just better myself and like have my own stuff. And I say only school because, you know, I'm not really worried about money, but then again, I don't like asking for money and I trust the process so much, but like I said, I don't like asking for money.
Okay. Just low key, you kind of answered your own question. You want to know how? You said, I don't like asking for money.
Yeah.
So that means you should probably get a job. Or if you have a job, continue working. Now, my question to you is, can you do both without it affecting school?
I can, but it's just that I've done both before and I just want to turn all my attention on school and my career now. And I'm on different things right now.
Okay. Well, if you want your focus to only be school and you have a support system where you don't have to worry about money, then yeah, go ahead. Don't worry about working. And that's, I think, what was it? I was working a little bit through college, but actually, no, I didn't. Like I worked before. So if you have that support system, don't worry, you know, but if you're like, you know what, I want more, then work, have your own money.
All right, my next question is this the time to start on new projects or wait until this blows over?
Nope, start right now. There's no reason to wait.
No, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
That's it. Nope.
And the reason why I asked that is because everybody say you got to stay at home, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of ideas, and they involve going outside. And
Okay,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It depends.
Right.
Do it safely, and that means your mask. If you can, like you have to go to the store. Certain things, like I've been around people, but if it's something that is, like, I don't know. Can you give us an example of one thing that it is?
Let me think. Oh, I had a skit where I wanted to just like do a mechanic, like work as a mechanic and just play like with people and just be like, oh, your car gonna get fixed, da 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 da. And I know that involves being out. Right.
Oh, okay. So I would say right now, no, just because we need to be safe. And that's because you have to work with other people and you don't know what people they've been around. So I'm not even going around my mom right now because I'm out working. And even though I want to go see her, it's like, hey, I FaceTime her. So right now, keep it safe. But if you can do something by yourself,
got you.
Do it.
Got you. And I just want to say what you said before the meeting, that really touched me, like how we should work on ourselves. Cause like I really been doing that, and I'm not gonna lie, this really has been teaching me a lot about myself and just a lot about life, and that really hit me. I appreciate it.
Great. Good. I appreciate that. Great. Well, thank you for your questions.
I have to tell you, my heart is blowing up right now because Isaiah is not the most verbose person. He's reserved and quiet, and he's always very polite and all the things. And all of a sudden he just jumped out and was like, I'm in the world, y'all, and I'm so happy. And this is making me very happy. But it's also tickling me because he is lit up. His face is literally beaming right now.
Isaiah's not usually beaming because I feel like, this is my first impression. So I'm thinking he's out and he came off first. He totally
right. He's having a great day. Let's say that.
It all depends.
So it's conditional. So let me ask you this, Isaiah. Life lesson right now. How you are right now. Why is there a reason that you're not like that all the time? What does it depend on?
I'm just an antisocial person. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's just
okay.
I'm working on getting out of my shell. I'm not gonna lie. I'm working on getting out of my shell. I've gotten out of it so far, but I'm in the midst of getting out of it right now. It's taking time. I'm not gonna lie. It takes time, but I'm taking it slow and taking it day by day.
Dope. So I'm gonna give you one note. Stop saying I'm antisocial.
Mm.
That's the first thing. You're not antisocial. What you say is, you know what, I'm working on me, trying to where I can get out there more. Doesn't that, it sounds different than you're anti-social. You're not anti-social, because if you were, you wouldn't have been the first one off of mute to ask a question if you're anti-social. I'm just letting you know. So you're not antisocial. You just working on yourself and do it every single day. So you can go on YouTube and say, how can I learn to be more social? Watch the information that pops up. Pick one.
I got one more question.
Okay. Go
All right,
ahead.
final question, Isaiah.
All right. What advice can you give to a young actor?
What about, okay, Isaiah. Here's my advice. This is what I tell everyone. Get in a class. That's it.
Period.
No.
Find a really good scene study class and get in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
If you're in college, I mean, you guys are in college, so in theater department, I enrolled in the director class, the producer class, the actor class. I got into plays, so if you are an actor, you do what actors do, which those are the basics. But brand new, I would say find a scene study class.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Journey, what's on your mind, honey?
Oh, hi. I didn't get to introduce myself in the beginning. So my name is Journey Green, and I'm a mass communications major with a minor in marketing. And my question to you is, what advice would you give someone like that has social anxiety, doesn't really like to talk, with networking? Like, what advice would you give them? Like some steps that they can take to network with people?
Okay, so I have a really big Herbalife team, you guys, and I have a lot of different coaches that live in different parts of the world, different personalities, different upbringings. And you know what I do as a mentor coach? I push them in the pool, because that's it. Journey, if me and you were out, I would force you to go talk to 5 people, and you would be throwing up if it makes you feel like you want to throw up, you should go do it. Look at Journey panicking right now. Journey, I'm not gonna make you do it, but look, this is the growth part. The growth is when you are super uncomfortable and you do it anyway. So this is what you get to do. Okay, Journey, let's loosen up. She over there like, oh Lord. So the next time you're out, if you go to the grocery store, just say hi to 5 people you don't know. Journey, look, don't panic. Journey, you're just saying, hi, how you doing? Good afternoon. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's your assignment.
Okay, let me put it down.
Put it down. And then this is what I want you to do. Watch how good you feel, first of all, when you're done. You're going to feel really good, because you're going to realize, wow, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are someone that has that challenge where you're like, then put yourself in situations where you will be challenged, because that's the only way you're going to grow out of it.
Okay, thank you.
Make sense? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go ahead and open your mics, guys, and engage more organically. Everyone now in the chat are raising their hands and asking if they can ask questions. Go on and talk.
Everybody, put your cameras on.
So I have a question.
See everybody's face. Hold on, Skylar. Everybody turn your camera on. If you ain't got no clothes on, keep your camera off. I don't care if your hair is not on. Turn your camera on. I don't care if your hair is not. There we go, Ronald. Okay.
Turn my camera on.
I see all y'all. Where's Henry? We got Henry, Tyler. Let's see. Amarachi. Yeah, thank you. Yep, I'm calling all y'all out.
I'm trying to turn my camera on, but I can't.
Okay. All right. So I think Skylar had a question.
Oh yes. Okay. Hi. Let me introduce myself. Okay. My name is Skylar McCall. I'm a graduated senior mass communications major.
Turn it on.
Behavior political science minor, and
Oh, you're on mute, Skylar. I think you muted yourself.
There you go.
Oh wait.
There you go.
Tyler's
Okay.
on T. I think Tyler.
Yeah, she got it.
Okay.
Yep, she's good. She's good.
okay.
Go
Can
ahead,
you hear me?
Skylar.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Now
let
look,
me
you
introduce-
driving now. Be careful. You over there. Keep
I'm
your
not
eyes on the
driving.
road.
I'm in the passenger seat.
Oh, okay, good. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I missed the beginning because I was grocery shopping. But hi, my name is Skylar McCall. I'm a graduating senior. I'm a mass communications major, behavioral political science minor, and what am I gonna say? Oh, and my question. Well, side note, Love and Basketball is one of my favorite movies. So when I was told that you're gonna be lecturing, I was very excited. So that's why I'm beaming right now because I was like, wow. I was like, that's cool. But what was I? So I deal with depression a lot, and I have a way of like shutting out, and it kind of messes up my creative process. So what advice do you have about staying a part of your process and keeping it going without letting, outside things distract you?
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21?
Yes.
Me and T remember those days. So, so I think is the average age here between 20 and 30 years old? Everybody, just give me some head energy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this is what I mean by you got to work on yourself every single day, because like you said, you get depressed or whatever you're going through. And
I could just shut out from everything. And I feel like it messes me up, like from being creative, like writing or anything. And I'm a female DJ as well. So like DJing, like I don't even want to do it at the time or things like that.
Okay. So again, like, and I'm glad I touched on it. Like at 21, I would say that I was a pretty positive person, but again, I wish someone had pushed me more to like focus on my, like, it goes so deep. So I'm gonna keep it clear.
I just, trust me, I know.
It goes deep because everything that we do, y'all, it comes back to you. Like if you're not good, nothing that you do is good. And it's like, I know people with a lot of money, y'all, and they are so unhappy. I'm talking about like they got money and they're miserable. They're depressed. And you all see these actors and these people with millions hanging themselves because it's not about the money. It's not about any of that. It comes back to who you are. Are you good with who you are? And you guys are at an age right now, and I'm not gonna lie, this is tough for y'all who 15 to like 30, like this whole generation in between there with social media. Y'all have a lot of pressure on you. Y'all have a lot of pressure on you. You are dealing with a lot. Listen, when me and T was in college, there was no Facebook or IG.
None of that.
Cell phone. I had a baby blue pager. And if you want to tell me you love me, text 1, 2, 3. Listen, T, you laughing because that's what
I'm laughing because I remember those days. So listen, yes, pager.
The pressure that you guys have right now, you have to focus on other things. So I have an assignment for everybody on here, and I'm gonna say, and only you know if you do it. This is where the integrity comes in, the personal integrity. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the first hour, I'm only gonna give you an hour. The first hour of your day, you cannot touch your phone to go on Instagram. Look at everybody's face. Automatic, just panicked. I saw it. Literally, they went the first hour. Except Tyler over there. You can't look at your Instagram. Don't open your email. Don't go on Facebook. If I see text messages, I'll open them, but I won't respond. We're not doing any of that. If you go on your phone, you're going to find an audio, a song, something that feeds your spirit. The first hour of the day is going to be about you. So when I wake up, I'm doing Oprah and Deepak's 21-day meditation. That's what I do. I wake up, I open up my phone, literally open up the thing, turn the meditation on, I set my pillows up and I relax, I close my eyes, I breathe, I pray, I thank God for waking me up. Thank you for my family. I'm thanking him for my pillows, for my toothbrush, for my hot water, for my closet, for my shoes, for my TV. Listen, All them things we take for granted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing my first hour. And nothing comes before that. When my boy Nick, who's on the call now, Nick calls me 7:30 pretty much every morning. One of my coaches, but one of my best friends calls me. I text him, yo, doing my meditation, I'll hit you after. Like nothing comes before that. I've said that to my mom. I'll hit you after my PD, personal development. Like they just automatically know. It's not personal, but it's right now, it's my time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not doing that, because this is what people do. As soon as they wake up, first thing you see, Trump. That just ruins my whole day right there. Listen, in the first 20 minutes of when you wake up is when your brain is most receptive. So whatever you're feeding it, that's going to set the tone for your day. So if you're listening to Trump and his babbling fool, if you're watching the news of all these negative things that are happening, then that's what's going to set your tone. So when you pissed off when you get in your car and have road rage and you wonder why. Like seriously, it matters. I don't listen to no ratchet. I can't do that in the morning. I can't. I don't really do ratchet. That's a different time for me. I'm R&B. I have an I am playlist on my phone. If I don't feel like watching a video, I have a list in my Spotify. It's called I Am. Every song on this list gives me goosebumps. If you don't have a song or a playlist that gives you goosebumps, you need to create one. Man in the Mirror fires me up. Like I get goosebumps when I say it. Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. That's a song that inspires me. I have Tasha Cobbs on there. I got Common on there. I got Janae on there. I got Kalani on there. It varies, but it's gospel, it's R&B. I got As Long As You Keep Your Head to the Sky. Hey, y'all don't know about that. Listen, you don't look I just like this. Y'all need to know about these. Listen, so create your list if that's what you want to do. But I don't care if you bump that song for an hour. And you dance around your house. I sage my house twice a week. I burn incense. Smells create.
Yeah, I burn incense in my room. Yeah.
It helps with creativity. What you're smelling in your house. Is your room clean? Is it cluttered? Like get all that together. And once you're together, I walk out my door every day and I got to make sure my plus sign is on. I got a plus sign over my head. If your sign is negative, don't even leave your house. Go back in, get your plus sign game up, and then you can leave your house. Because for me and what I do, I got to pour and fill me up so I can pour into y'all. Like after this call, I have a team call that I do every single Tuesday. I pour into my team. And I can't do that when my cup's empty. You all have heard that. It's real. You got to be on 150, especially now. It's negativity everywhere. People they're hurting. They're unhappy. They hate what they do. You know how many people hate their jobs? 80% of people hate what they do. I love everything that I do. And that's a choice that I made. You have that same choice. You know how many people laughed at me when I was like, oh, I'm being an actor? It wasn't my mama. But you know, people were like, not really laughed. They just didn't believe.
Yeah.
Until they were like, wait, was that you on TV in that Love and Basketball commercial? Yep. See, they ain't got me started right now. So listen.
Oh man.
Savage, kinda. But it's a controlled savage. I have a controlled savage, but it's a drive in me. My mother knows. You can ask my mother. It doesn't matter. I don't care who tells me anything. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
I was afraid of Erika when I first met her.
And I don't even know why.
Afraid, and maybe not afraid, intimidated because of that focus. This thing that she's talking about, y'all, is a lifelong regimen. This is someone who has laser focus to the point where whenever she'd walk into a classroom or into the theater building over at Cal State Long Beach, basketball court, the theater, anywhere, there's always this intention behind her eyes, this kind of like laser focus. I have a goal. Even I could tell you the very first day I met you, Erika. First, it was on a basketball court. You were playing a pickup game over by the pyramid, and I was running. I was on a run in that area, and Ruth Ricks said, "Oh, that's Erika. She's cool. She's in this and that class." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then you invited me to come play ball. That was embarrassing, because I was so out of shape. It was rough. But you were so like, I would have thought this is pre WNBA. I would have thought you were playing ball with like Michael Jordan in your life, or whoever was big during that time, because your focus was so intent on winning. And then you brought that same energy to the classroom, and you brought that same energy to the theater, and certainly continues to bring it in front of the camera, and behind the camera, because you're writing and producing and doing all the things. So that intimidation that I felt came more from the same thing you're communicating now, that you start your day with full intention of finishing successfully. And it's impactful, it's empowering, because you go, that person knows exactly who they are. They know exactly what they want. They're going to figure out how to get it. But while I'm meandering the world going, how do I feel today? You're so much more intentional. How do you finish your day? Now, you start off, you leave the house, if you don't walk out with that plus sign, and you set the tone right by not checking social media. How do you finish your day?
I finished my day right now, recently, after everything's done, watching All American on Netflix. having some dinner. Honestly, yeah. I mean, like, so you said a word, and I'm about to give you all a nugget. I want you to write it down, and you're going to use it for the rest of your life. And this is by Jim Rohn. I want you guys to write his name down. Jim, and then Rohn, Rohn, Jim Rohn.
Sports lovers will definitely know who this guy is.
Oh, no, not him. Not Rohn.
Oh, it's a different one.
Jim Rohn, Rohn.
Okay. Oh, okay, got it.
Actually, T, you would love him. He's kind of like the godfather of personal development. So he was the mentor for Tony Robbins, Les Brown, a lot of like Abraham Hicks. Yeah, thanks, Renee, for putting
got it. Yep.
So write this down. How you do anything is how you do everything. I'm gonna say that again. How you do anything is how you do everything. Y'all, I'm 45 years old. I tell people I'm 32. Don't look at me like that. Doesn't matter. Okay. Me and T were in our 30s, but I'm 45.
Yes. Yes.
And what I can say is that I don't know everything. I am still learning. But the word that she kept using is intentional. Everything that I do, I try to be intentional. Like, I'm so glad you said that, because I wrote it down. Like, that's why I set the intention of this call. Because when you say your intention, or if you're like, when I'm at an event, I write my intention at the top of my paper before the event starts. And you'd be surprised when you write it down, the power of writing it down. That's why they tell you to write your goals down, because when they're all in your head and jumbled up, they're just in your head jumbled up. But when you write it down, it becomes real. It's a manifestation. And I'm huge on manifestation. I'm huge on energy. Huge. And that's why I work on my vibration. So when I'm working on me, this is the biggest compliment that I get. And I think I've gotten it a lot in the last 3 or 4 years, because I have intentionally worked on myself so hard. People don't go, oh, you're so pretty and you're that. It's not that. They go, you know what? You have a really beautiful spirit. I'm falling in love with you right there. Seriously. That is the biggest compliment to me, because they feel me. And you can't fake energy. So when I tell y'all, work on yourself, it has to be the most important. People are gonna be on your
that.
Isaiah, when you leave, before you leave your house, work on yourself. period. That means all the distractions, take them away, put it on you. And I promise you, watch how things shift in your life. Watch the type of people that come to you. You don't have to do anything. They're going to come to you. Y'all, when I tell you the financial abundance that has happened in my life since December, and even now when everyone is like all over the place, this is the best I've been in a long time across the board. And I've gone through some tough things with relationships. Like what y'all go through, we all go through it. But what I've learned is how to cope. Like, I think this generation is missing coping skills. And that means, how do you cope when you're broke, when your heart is broken? Because it's gonna happen. How do you cope when you don't get that audition? How do you cope if someone didn't do what they said they were gonna do? Do you shy away and do you go over here and close off because that doesn't help? Or do you go, all right, you know what? This is how I feel. It's not wrong. How do I deal with it? Y'all, I'm giving y'all nuggets right now. I'm giving y'all things that have in my life. And I'm not even saying that bragging. I'm telling you what I do daily, and I'm still working hard on myself. I have such a long way to go. But
I've learned a lot too. I'm taking your advice also on how I start my day, because I am one of those people that I'll wake up and I call myself checking the news by checking Twitter. And it sets the tone. She said, girl, yeah, it definitely sets the tone in a direction where, Michelle and I will end up having a conversation about the crazy that's happening in the world before we even have breakfast. And you're right. You got to set yourself up in a different way. Before I very briefly go down memory lane, does anyone else have any other questions for Erika? Because we're going to start to wind things up and wrap things up here.
I have a question. Henry Brown right here. Can't see me because I can't. Hi. So my question is to you is, whenever you feel like you have a creative idea, but you don't have you feel like you can't have momentum on it. What do you do to create momentum to have that idea like manifested? If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You have to do something. Like, I'll just give you an example. If like I'm stuck with my business, like my Herbalife business, and I'm like, because I get to that, I'm like, what do I do? Like right now, I think, like, how do I create business? So what I'll do is I'll just text every single client that I have. It creates a momentum. And then out of the 30 or 40 people, 6 of them might respond, but it's created a momentum. So if you have something, you got to do something. You have to do an action. So, Henry, what do you do again?
I'm trying to be an inspiring filmmaker. I'm trying to do it all.
Okay.
Cameraman, writer, director, all that.
Okay. So do you like, when you watch movies, do you study film? Do you study angles? Do you study?
Yes. I've studied the coloring. I studied the angles, the perspective that they use to tell the story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So to answer your question, there is an action that has to create the momentum. You can't sit there and think about it. Thinking about it doesn't create a momentum. You have to do something. And sometimes you don't know what to do. But guess what? What I do when I don't know what to do is I back off and I relax. I chill out. Because when you want something so bad and it's like, what do I do? Chill out, relax, back off of it. Because creativity doesn't come when you force it. It comes when you just go, oh, damn. You're just sitting there and you just get an idea because you weren't stressing about it. Like sometimes, like I love animation movies. When I am listen, on Easter Sunday, did I do PD? I think I did do PD, but Erika wasn't feeling it on Sunday. I was in a bad mood on Sunday. On Easter, my mood was, I was like, oh, your energy, boo. Like I knew myself. I was like, you know what? Today is not the day, but I'm not going to take it out on anyone else because whatever it is my stuff. So my go-to are animation movies. So I watch Shrek. I watch The Incredibles. I watched Frozen 2. I love, because it makes me happy. Number one, it just makes me feel better, and I can zone out and I can back off whatever it is that my issue is. It just, that's what I do. So you got to find something that, to create the momentum, what action are you going to do? And don't force it. Like, don't force it. I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm just saying don't force it.
I feel like my biggest downfall is I have a good idea, but it's always hard for me to write it down and like manifest the idea on paper. I'm a very freeform person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have an idea and I could shoot the idea, but I know I need to start writing it down, and it'll be 10 times better if I just write it down and think about it.
There you go.
That's
You just answered your own question. That's what you do to create momentum. Write it down.
Yeah. And to add to that, Henry, you cannot protect an idea. The moment you write it down, that piece of paper you have in your hand becomes intellectual property. It becomes the thing you can protect. So you want to break the habit of not writing things down, because you can't really keep people from, swooping in and taking your idea if you've not fully protected yourself. So definitely get in the habit of writing things down. And if nothing else, just record your ideas in your phone. Just go into notes and dictate the idea out and let it, transcribe itself into notes. And that way it's at least the beginnings of you getting it down and out of your head, and maybe on its way to becoming a script. All right. Okay. So Erika has a call after this. I want to make sure she gets on to the business of her day. I'm going to wrap up things by just kind of embarrassing her a little bit.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God. Mom, are you seeing this? Oh.
Look, what jail did we break out of? That's all I want to know.
We were Crips. I think we were Crips this day. I was a Crip.
That had to have been. Who could tell? That was. We were working on. Okay, here come the comments in the chat all of a sudden.
Girl, one of my coaches, Renee, be quiet. You better not say a word.
We were rehearsing something, and this is at Cal State Long Beach. This was, I can't even. This was back during my black lipstick days. Clearly. Look, I'll send this to you because you over there trying to screenshot a picture. This is nuts. Where Miss Mama at? She probably remember this time period.
Yeah, she's seeing it. Oh wow. Yes, my Jabot, those were Jabot jean shorts in my okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
remember them faces?
Yes, Mark, Amy
Bivens. Mike Bivens' cousin. Yeah.
Yes.
I think, yeah, they're all, she still lives in New York. We've stayed in touch over the years.
Cool.
I was in touch with La Cherie for a long time, but when I left LA this last time, I lost touch with her and the rest. Nicole, I think Nicole and I were friends on Facebook for a while. I think I want to say she went into broadcast, into journalism, actually.
Cool.
And did really well in that.
Yeah, so wasn't this Joanne's class? This was Joanne's directing class, wasn't it?
I think so. Because we were, yeah. It's hard to say what this was.
And this was, yeah. I was just telling a friend of mine about Monique.
Yeah, Monique. She's another one who I would love to get on a series like this. Maybe in the fall I'll have Monique do one of these series.
Yeah, and that was one of my favorite. Like, y'all, just so y'all know, Stuck. This is one of my favorite. Have they seen it? Have you showed them?
Some of them have. I'll give them the link to see it. This was a film that Erika and Monique Kernan were the lead actresses in. There I am in the back. I directed the film. It was written and produced by this guy back here, Robert Manning Jr. And we had an extraordinary time shooting this film. I am going to play a short moment from it because we had this prank we played on Erika in one of the scenes, and it ended up in the movie because she's such a professional that So there's a scene where there was a bowl full of red. It was supposed to be red M&Ms. And Monique, who plays her sister in the film, was somewhat, I don't know, she was going through some stuff. The storyline was that, you know, she was having, I'll show you the film at some point, but to cut to the quick, we were supposed to find all these red M&Ms, and the crew put in the bowl with the M&Ms some Skittles, which made it a little bit difficult for Erika to chew and talk and say her lines. And so in the scene, well, you'll see how she managed the M&M / Skittles. They were supposed to be M&Ms that just melt in your mouth. Yeah. She's laughing. She's holding back laughter.
I've never chewed an M&M like that.
Oh my goodness. That Skittle, that thing had you there for a minute.
Oh my-
Wait, but I'm going to take it back because I want to Monique's face.
Yeah.
Monique's face, because she was like, oh yeah, she definitely got a Skittle. Watch her face.
That's why I almost broke. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
And you're like,
oh, young buck. Oh my gosh. What was this, 8 years ago? 9?
oh, it's a good while ago, man. Yeah, she's still cracking up. And students, this scene, and actually I will put the link to this in the thing. We had to go back and do ADR to get good quality sound. And so Erika came in and re-recorded this. So actually I'll play this again. She came back and re-recorded it because in production, we were right near the Burbank airport. And there was just a lot of planes and it was just a lot of noise. And so we had the actors come in and do ADR work in post-production, re-record their audio, their dialogue, so that we had good, crisp sound. So one, being the trooper that she is, she also in her ADR session ate a Skittle so that the sound matched. She gave us hell about making her eat a Skittle instead of an M&M. So, you know, we cackled about that for a good while. I mean, who would have thought we'd gotten so much joy out of Skittles and M&Ms? But I really watched, again, a master at work during post-production, re-recording her dialogue, because she also had to practice her performance on pictures. So she's sitting there watching her performance visually. She's practicing it. And then when we go to record, she nails it. So the audio that you hear, I'm going to play it again. The audio that you hear in this conversation for both her and Monique, these women came back into the into post-production and re-recorded sound. So we got good quality sound on this. So
How you doing? I left some water for the place where you sleep. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna get going. I'll see you next week. I love you. I love you too, sweetie. Sherry? I love you. Do you still love Sherry? Yes. Just say yes.
You need to let me go. Yes. Yes. Enough to let you go.
Why did you leave?
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Sherry? You know who I'm talking to. Danielle, will you hug me?
Oh no. Oh no.
See you next week. Why don't you ever tell me you love me?
Well, yeah.
Without feeling is empty.
I'll put the link in the description and also give it to the students so that they can also watch the film. I won't show the other scene where you hug and the flash that you all get, because that gives the film away. But you know what? We're gonna reinvigorate the thing by putting it in the description and everything. And on that note,
hold on, I'm gonna say one thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real transparent. And if you're on this call, perfect. In that scene, that time that you're seeing, the whole film, I was going through the worst breakup I had ever gone through. Do you remember that, T?
Yeah, I do.
Literally that scene that day, about 4 or 5 hours prior, your girl was in full tears. 5.5-year relationship over, the move out process, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? I still had work to do. So you know what I had to do? Get it together and come to set. And it's nobody else's issue or problem. It was on me. I had to deal with it, and I still had to get the job done. And it's probably some of the best work that I've done, like stuck. Like, I love this film. It's probably some of the best work I've done just because of the space that I was in. I was vulnerable, I was open, and it just, open is the key word, vulnerable. And it just, I was open. So everything that you were getting was like raw. And the way, and based on what it's about, and when you guys see it, you won't understand that scene until you actually watch it. But it's fire. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And the lesson is, we all are going through something. You never know what somebody is going through, but you have to do it anyway if you want to get where you're going.
Yeah, there was a fight scene in the film, and and even though we had fight coordinators and everyone on set to, you know, walk the ladies through the sequence, Erika leaned in and she was like, "Oh, I think this is my day." And I was like, "Please don't hurt that lady. Just you were like, no, you had no intentions of hurting her, but you wanted that energy out. And you were able, and you and Monique were just wonderful to work with and work so well together. And you just kind of leaned into it. And yeah, I'll put the film in the description so you all can take a look both here and on YouTube. So
my mom is embarrassing me right now. If you guys look at Kelly's iPad, she's holding up a picture of me. But under the photo, it says me, a superstar or something. But I guess, yeah, it says movie star, me, probably. My mom took that and wrote that on a Polaroid back then. Manifestation. Wow. Thanks, Mom. Can't believe she just put that picture up.
Yes, Miss Mama is showing
Thanks,
out.
She didn't want to get on camera. Turn your camera off, Mom, before they see.
Oh,
Thanks,
Erika.
Mama.
Oh, sister, you know what? Thank you so much for giving us your time today. I know you have more work to do. It never ends. And with you, it definitely never ends because you care so much about your craft and about excellence. And it just radiates through you. And I'm so proud of you I'm so proud of you. Before this, when I was kind of putting the series together, I was saying to Erika, I remember where I was when Love and Basketball came out, and Erika and a couple of other friends of mine were in that film. The women from the USC basketball sequence, the college, all the stuff you were in, most of the women that were on the basketball team were women that we either knew from school or, seeing continuously and played with or just kept seeing, in LA and in different capacities. My ex-girlfriend was in the movie on your basketball team. I'm just gonna leave it there. No, and I remember watching the film. I had just taken the position at the University of Virginia, and I sat and was just beaming. I probably saw the film in theaters 4 or 5 times before I just was like, okay, I'm not giving them any more of my money. But I was like dragging people to the theater with me because I was like, this is what my tribe has been working towards and working for. And I was so proud then, and I've never stopped cheering for you and being amongst your biggest fans. I know, Miss Kelly is probably the absolute biggest fan you got over there, but I'm just so thankful for your time today and so proud of you, and I love you. And I know the students gained so much. I was also looking at the chat on YouTube, folks over there saying that you're just dropping so much valuable information and knowledge on us. And I just thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Who's Ramini? Oh, Maney Davis. Oh, we have time. Oh.
Hey, Armani.
Oh,
Thank
Armani.
you once again.
Oh, Armani. Oh my God. Duh.
First day of class, I did the same thing. I didn't know where to go with it. Tell you what, we'll and for those of you who still have questions, but because we went from asking Erika for a half hour of a time to now we're an hour and 10 minutes into it. I'll on our website, PVAMU TV, there's going to be a place where people can still access you all by asking questions, and our guests can go to that site and see your questions and engage that way as well. So we'll make sure that if you still have a question, there's a way to follow up and do this. All right, Erika, thank you so much. Y'all, we'll see you on Thursday where we have Jordan Foster, Lamaya Harvell, 2 of our alum from Prairie View who currently work for ABC affiliates in different parts of the country as journalists. And we have Mo Mashadi. Mo Mashadi is an amazing writer. I'm gonna leave it there. She's just awesome. She's a great ball of energy. And she's also a podcast producer. So 3 great people on Thursday. We're excited to have them. And yeah, that's it. All right. Bye, y'all.